Okay, so in today's posture reset workout, what we're going to be doing is we have a couple of options. So ideally, if you have a foam roller, a 90cm one like this, that is the best option. But if you don't have one, you can improvise. You can use like a rolled up yoga mat if it's not as good. But it's definitely doable, and especially if you're quite tight, that'll work. The roller may not be long enough to be as long as your torso, like the foam roller is. So you just want to make sure that you maybe put some cushions under your bum and have your head still supported on the towel, on the rolled up yoga mat. So we're going to begin laying with our spine parallel to the roller, feet on the floor, head supported. And I just want you to have your fingers on your shoulders, and we're just going to begin with a little bit of a warm up. We're going to do some circles. Okay, so our fingertips are on our shoulders. We're taking our elbows as close as we can together, as far and wide apart as we can towards the floor. And just do some nice big circles like so. You'll probably feel a little bit of a, if you're on a roller, you'll feel a bit of a massage into those muscles between the shoulder blades. And then we're going to go the other way, opposite direction, circling around right through the full range of motion. Alright, and then I want you to interlace your fingers, and we're going to push the palms to the ceiling. Straighten the elbows out as much as you can, and then we're going to extend the arms long overhead. Hold that position, so we're looking for a lat stretch, a stretch through the upper back muscles, sort of around the armpit, behind the armpit sort of area. And then come back up and repeat. Stretch it back, really try and extend those elbows out nice and long. Hold. Up, and we'll do it one more time. Stretch it back. Hold. And then back up. Alright, next movement that we're going to go through is a 3-point chest stretch. So I want you to open your arms a little bit wider than, open your arms at shoulder height to begin with. We're going to open them as wide as we can, trying to get the hands as close to the floor or on the floor if you can. Really stretching a long line of tension from middle finger to middle finger. Come back up. Then we're going to go low. Okay, so again, stretching the fingers down, trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears, and watch that your shoulders don't protract. We want to try and keep the head of the shoulder back, palms up to the ceiling. And then we're going to come up and we're going to stretch overhead. So again, the back of the hands as close to the floor as we can get them, palms up towards the ceiling. Try to extend the upper thoracic spine against the roller, and then we'll repeat that one more time through. Okay, so at shoulder height, stretch the arms as long as you can, long line of tension from one middle finger to the other, stretch it out wide. Come up, hands low, head of the shoulders back. Hands close to the floor, elbows close to the floor. Search for the stretch sensation. So it might be up here for some of you, might be up here, it might be all the way on the floor. Just wherever you feel that you're getting the best stretch. And then overhead, we're going to stretch it as far back as we can. And then we're going to transition into snow angels. So we're going to keep our arms and our hands close to the floor, palms facing up towards the ceiling, and we're going to slowly take our hands so that our little fingers come in line with our thighs, and then we're going to open it wide, all the way up overhead, and we'll repeat that for 3 cycles. Shoulder blades pinched back, shoulders down away from the ears, spine long. Make sure your neck's nice and lengthened out in this position as well. We don't want to have our head back like so. One more time. All the way back up. Feel that stretch sensation. Feel the stretch into the front of the shoulders, into that chest area. Okay, and then we're going to work into a combination between a stretching movement and a strength movement. So we start with our stretch first. We're going to do a longer hold. So it's actually going to be a 1 minute hold on each of them, and we're going to do 2 cycles through. So I've got my little timer here. So I'm going to be running for 1 minute. Fingers interlaced behind the head, and I want you to just lay here with the intention of trying to allow your elbows to sink towards the floor. We want to keep our spine as long as we can against the roller, and we want to allow our body just to get heavier and heavier into the roller. Okay, so we're just sinking into the roller. It can be helpful with this longer stretch hold to really focus on your breathing. So nice deep breath in through the nose, and then exhale slowly out of the nose or mouth. And as we exhale, try and relax a little bit deeper into the stretch. So let those elbows sink a little bit lower. Let the back sink a little bit heavier into the roller. Okay, so that's the 1 minute mark. So we're gonna slowly release our fingers. We're gonna move on to the floor. This time we're going to be laying, so you may like a mat under you. We're going to be laying on our belly. Now the positioning for this is our strength component. Positioning that we want to do is we want to have our hands pointing, thumb pointing down to the floor, little finger lifting up towards the ceiling. We're going to be squeezing our shoulders together, shoulder blades, and shoulders down away from the ears. Make sure the back of your neck's lengthened out. We don't want to look straight ahead because that will create a sharp curve at the back of the neck. We want to keep our neck in neutral. All right, we're going to run that for 1 minute from now. Okay, so you should be looking, we want to squeeze the butt muscles as well and drive your pubic bone into the floor. Try not to push your belly into the floor. And we want to be looking straight down at the floor. Okay, so that will mean that our head is in neutral, our neck is in neutral, and we're actually going to be strengthening our neck muscles in a position of good posture. Okay, the body will always migrate to the positions of where it's strong. So if we can develop strength in good posture, then that's going to reset where our default setting is. So make sure you keep your shoulders pinched back so we're really developing postural strength through those upper thoracic spinal extensors as well as the muscles that pull our shoulders back. Okay, relax. And then we'll repeat that cycle 1 more time through. Okay, so we're going to be laying on the roller again. Okay, so with our fingers interlaced behind our head, get your spine nice and lined up with the roller. And then again, just relax into the roller. Okay, so again, work with the breathing cycle of it. So we're breathing slowly and deeply in through our nose. And then try and relax as you exhale. Okay, and then we'll do our final hold in our face down position. Okay, so again, just to run through the technique, we want to have our glutes contracted. We want to push our pubic bone into the floor, not our belly. And we're going to lift shoulders up off the mat, head off the floor. We're going to have our shoulders pulled back, squeeze a bit of tension between the shoulders, little finger reaching up, head and neck in a nice neutral position. So we're looking straight down at the floor. Make sure your chin's tucked in. Okay, we don't want to have a double chin, but we certainly don't want to have our chin jutting out. So you shouldn't be looking in front of you. You need to look straight down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, pull the shoulders away from the ears, belly button sucked in, pubic bone pushed into the floor, and we're just holding that strong postural position, that upright posture through the upper back, working those muscles. Okay, very good. All right, and then as always, as we get up, we just want to have a little bit of a feel of how our shoulders feel, our neck, our posture, and hopefully you feel a bit more upright and your posture has improved.